With Spirit Airlines in bankruptcy and liquidation, I found on in terms of watching the news coverage and even watching like late night shows, I found that there was a lot of jokes how bad Spirit was, but frankly, it actually made me quite sad and melancholy to see what happened to Spirit and a lot of people laughing at their service. I actually found them to be quite a reliable and budget friendly airline. And I actually think it's very very concerning for the economy, and I think it could have some spillover effects. First of all, number one, just for travel, there's a lot of times Spirit would by far be the cheapest, and they're relatively reliable. Yeah, would there may not be these perks, but personally for myself, when I'm flying, especially if it's a short trip, I and it's within the states. I don't really care about all the bells and whistles. I just need to get from one place to the other safely. And if you looked, I never really saw that many accidents and stuff like that with Spirit Airlines compared to others. So I think it was quite and another problem is with less and less budget airlines, and I've heard that there's possibly issues with JetBlue, and now I'm seeing on articles that it's saying that it's just rumors, but they say with rumors there's always an element of some kind of credibility. They don't just arise out of nowhere, and there's going to be less competitive pressure on airlines to keep their costs down. And on top of that, with jet fuel going up, 80 to 200%, depending, that's going to be a serious problem. With airline costs like soaring and a lack of a competitive option or a budget-friendly option, it seems like the demand for flying should absolutely collapse. And it just seems like it might, if it gets bad enough and energy and oil, the cost of oil just keeps going up and up and up, which is going to be linked to jet fuel in the future. It's only people who are really, it's an emergency, are going to start flying. It just, only people who are extremely well off. I mean, I think that really vacations will take a nosedive, unfortunately. I mean, we're kind of used to, as Americans, kind of traveling all over the world at a pretty decent price. And now, if the cost of the flight is usually the most expensive part of the travel, right? I remember like myself flying to Thailand many years ago, the flight was by far the most expensive. When I was actually there, it wasn't really that much money. But if this continues, their vacations are going to really collapse. I mean, the travel industry is just going to get, and the leisure industry abroad is really going to be problematic, and especially with other countries more so affected because of lack of energy independence. We could be talking about a global recession or global depression at the very least if this continues. On top of that, within the country, I mean, there's a loss of 17,000 jobs for Americans. And these are well-paying jobs, especially when you're talking about pilots. And now plus you have all the suppliers, all the places that rely on, right? I mean, when you're whether you're a flight attendant or a pilot and you're abroad or even within the country, there's hotels that you stay at, there's restaurants that you eat at. That's gonna hurt that industry. And I just think it's really with everyone laughing, or many sort of like late night shows laughing at Spirit, I think it's actually quite very sad and worrisome. And if we have another JetBlue situation, if JetBlue follows Spirit Airlines, that could be even a bigger problem. On top of that, it's also found it interesting that the government was looking at a potential bailout of Spirit Airlines. Why didn't they bail them out? I mean, it wasn't really that much money. If you actually look at it, I think it had when they declared bankruptcy, I think they had 1.8 billion in assets, 1.2 billion in liabilities, and I think it would have cost them like about close to $1 billion to bail them out. I mean, this war is costing $1 billion a day, so why not bail out Spirit Airlines and keep an American airline, a iconic American airline, no pun intended, afloat? And I think it's I think with all the various bailouts, why not bail out Spirit? Why bail out others? Either the way I see it, you're either going to bail out everyone or bail out no one. So for me, I think it's a big problem, and we'll see if it has ripple effects through the economy. But it could be a sign, a bellwether, or leading indicator of negative things to come. But we'll kind of look and see. Hope you got some knowledge out of it. Please like and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day.